My name is Stephen Yeo and I'm Worldwide Strategic Marketing Director with IGEL Technology. IGEL Technology is one of the largest and fastest growing thin client vendors in the world. We're number one in our home country of Germany, which is the second largest thin client market in the world. I'd like to share with you our unique and exciting vision about the future of thin client computing and actually computing in general, because it's going to be very, very different from today and what we've been used to in the past. The future of computing is going to be about centralizing applications and data on your network in large, secure data centers and delivering those applications and data to you over the network to an affordable, secure device which can deliver those applications and data no matter where they're sitting and no matter what protocol they need to get to you. And actually that's a very important point, because different applications and data have unique characteristics which demand that they're delivered using a protocol which is really designed for purpose for delivering that particular application. So for example, if you're accessing a server-based Windows application using the Citrix ICA protocol, but then you could be accessing, for example, a voice over IP server, a Cisco switch, using the SIP protocol. If you're accessing your SAP application, then you'll be using the native SAP protocol. The point is they're all different and they all need to be different. And you can look at this as it's almost like you will need a television with many channels. The difference is, though, is with a thin client, unlike a TV, each channel will be using a different protocol. We call these different protocols digital services. You're going to need different digital services to access all of the different applications and data that you've got out there on the network, wherever it is. Wouldn't it be great if you could have a single device that could access all of those digital services? Because if you did, that would mean that you could access all of the applications and data in your organization, no matter if it was ERP, no matter if it was your word processor, no matter if it was your telephony, that with one single device. Not only is it going to be important that organizations have a single device that has a very deep set of digital services in it, but it's also going to be important that organizations have access to the broadest range of hardware form factors possible. This will allow organizations to give all of their users, no matter what their needs are or no matter what their locations, access to the same deep set of digital services with all the benefits that that brings. So for example, they might need to have traditional desk-based thin clients which have a keyboard, screen and a mouse. They might need to have expandable thin clients so that if they have unusual peripherals, such as maybe a token ring card, they can insert it in the back and it will then be able to access the token ring. They might have ultramobile users that need to access their applications on the go using wireless networks, such as maybe paramedics or maybe warehouse workers. They might need to have space-constrained customer-facing environments such as retail point of sale, where they want to have the minimum of cabling in one unit with an integrated LCD panel around the thin client. And they also might want to have many screens, such as a dealing room, where a financial trader can have access to all their information with many screens, but actually at the core of it is one thin client with a deep set of digital services. In addition to the broad range of hardware form factors, they're also going to need to have other technologies such as security, such as smart card, which will allow them to authenticate themselves strongly or even carry their profile with them from device to device. They also might need to have wireless authentication with RFID tags so that they can walk up to a device, it will recognize who they are, they enter their password and PIN, and off they go. As the number of devices grows in organizations, and as the number of digital service expands that they need to access, remote management will become increasingly important. It'll become important because you should minimize the need to ever visit a device in its working life. It will also be important because you should never be exposed to all the complexity of how to configure those digital services in the device. It should be really as simple as point and click with a mouse. Matt here is going to set up a device for a call center worker that will need to access a server-based Windows application, voice over IP to a Cisco switch, and also a corporate intranet so they can look up product information online.
I'm able to change the configuration of one individual terminal or a group of terminals. I can bring up a live state of the terminal's configuration. I can then go to my Sessions tab and add my Citrix session. So I just need to add my server name and any additional settings. Save those settings. Now I'll go to my additional digital services and adding my voice over IP client. So that will now provide an icon on my desktop. I'm now going to my Firefox web browser section and adding an internet connection. So I'm just defining my start page, just enabling an icon on the desktop and applying that. Now able to save that settings. The user will now have those additional applications on their desktop.
Let's summarize what we've discussed so far. IT is centralizing, but access is diversifying. It's important that organizations choose devices that offer a deep set of digital services in a broad range of form factors that are easy to manage. The benefits of this approach are tremendous. In addition to TCO reduction and increased security, they'll be able to consolidate devices into one. They'll be able to redeploy those devices in midlife, and they'll be able to simplify their infrastructures since they will offer many functions through one device.